See?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Look, I know how to fix it.
Okay, yeah. I want to see you build it.
Mom, look.
Huh?
Look, I can fix it
Okay.
with my hands.
You can fix it with your hands?
Yeah.
Okay,
Look,
that's magical.
that's my magic word.
That's magical. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the show started, honey, okay?
Okay.
All
I know
right.
how to do this real
Yeah.
quick.
Okay, we're gonna put that on there. And then let's see what we can get for music.
Why you say music?
Because it's a radio TV podcast show.
Why?
Copyright free music. Uh, because it makes the most sense. It certainly does. Let's see what we got here.
Looking for royalty free music?
Oh, no. Maybe. Stop, honey. 1 second. Yeah, just put on something in the little slight background. Okay. There we go. Oh, that sounds familiar. Does that sound familiar to anyone? It's widely dispersed. It's adventures of Himitsu. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Apex Radio Show Freeform platform. All right. Global baby. We global baby. Shout out to France and Brazil and Germany. Okay. Loving us there. We're loving you right on back. Okay. And everything. Oh, you can't really see the. All right. So if you are tuning in, live on the YouTube or the Facebook, you can see that the girl is Sans. And by girl, we mean, of course, Indigo. Your girl. You already know. If you don't know, now you know. Indigo. Okay. Follow me at Indigo D Sunni. Indigo D Sunni on Instagram if you so choose. After this encounter and everything. We are super excited. That's a little bit more boppy than I had anticipated. There we go. So basically, welcome to the highest point of your week. Apex Radio Show. You already know. If you don't know, now you know, right? Okay, like the same thing with Indigo and everything. Radio TV podcast, freeform platform. We support artistic entrepreneurs and creative artists and everything. We have some wonderful guests. Tonight we have Ashe Tarot, OK 1188, with our monthly energy update. If you've known anything about us thus far, you've been following the mountain climb to the top thus far, then you know that she comes on and she gives us nothing but major key facts, baby. Major key facts, nothing but the truth. And then we talk about it, we hash it out and everything like that. And then you know what happened? The cards confirm what the heck we done said. Everything we done said, and it's a wonderful good time. So super, always excited. That's she is also the CEO. Shay is also the CEO of L's Beauty Chateau, and those are homemade, crafted, made with love. Beauty products. Full services, and definitely like if you're one of those people that's in the tarot readings. Much as myself, I like to listen to them for exploratory content from time to time. Sometimes it's a little bit much trying to gauge, like, okay, where am I? In all of this. We're not doing that, honey. Where am I in all of this? So much going on, so many roles and hats and things we got to put on and take off and everything throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. Um, Sometimes, yeah, you gotta get your bearings about gotta get your stuff straight. Yeah, you can do that over there. Um, 1 second. All right, yeah, over there, honey. And then you gotta do it by yourself. If you can't do it by yourself, you can't do it, honey. So, yes, here we are, September 10th. Okay. Shout out and salutation, salute to everybody that passed by the September 9th 9/9 portal that we had yesterday. That shit was monumental, transcendental, transitory and everything like that. So basically we jump we I mean, come on, man. We're doing big things on a big scale, man. We're doing big things on a big scale. Like, where is this pale in comparison to what actually is, going on these days? The abilities that we have to make monumental leaps and transformational, bounds and just all areas of life and everything. I will stand before you. Of course, there's so many crazy things going on, but those are just signs of the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's also so much opportunity, so much opportunity. That's why I feel so blessed to be, a host of this platform, because it's like you get to talk to people who are doing like just things that are just, superhuman in a way. And I'm not playing. You better go take that on over there. We are not doing that. I don't want to have another conversation with you. Doing superhuman things, and so we have also as a guest Ken Butler. Okay, he is a mayoral write-in independent candidate for Binghamton, New York. Upstate New York. Hooty hoo and everything. Shout out. That is my hometown and everything like that. So yeah, definitely excited just to see like just the changes and updates that have accrued and occurred, and then also just excited just to see how much has stayed the same. Just a juxtaposition. It's just one of those cities, slash with a town feel that just has a way of just like not really being one way or the other. You can't really put your finger on it, but something is up. So yeah, so up we're gonna be having Ken Butler, and super excited to learn more about his campaign myself. Just flesh it out a little bit, bring it to the global platform, global stage. Like, I mean, these small civil community, not that they are small, but like our communal, our civil communal, like our immediate community, basically is what I'm saying, is like where people are going to start focusing their attention. Like the more that we start seeing like how we're being impacted by legislation, from the left to from the right, from federal, state, this and the third. So the easiest, not the easiest way, but the most effective way to know whether you're getting a change or getting heard as much as you'd like, is to engage in your civil politics. Like the civil. That's what I don't know if civil is synonymous with, like the proximity of it or whatever. But like, yeah, like your local politics, local community and everything. So yeah. Super excited to learn more about it and everything, and bring even more of that information to those that may not know. I'm personally excited to learn more about the political system as it stands. How do you even become a writing candidate? So that people can feel more empowered to partake in their local community politics. You know what I'm saying? Local community politics, because again, that's what really does the impounded change that we're looking for. The sustainable change. Um, is to actually like know how it even works. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you even become a candidate? Like, if I were even interested in becoming a candidate of anything, like where do you start and everything like that. Like, some people do really need that type of information to even just start imagining themselves in these roles or in these capacities and everything like that. So I do think that is a good pivot. Let me see. Okay. So I think that is a good pivot and to like basically what the overarching theme and everything, because as you know, if you don't know, Indigo is a energy healer, childhood trauma coach, just all around entrepreneurial spirit in general. Indy loves commerce. So I might not be an expert in much, but I do know this. Commerce is a beautiful thing. So you can quote me on that. Take it to the bank. So yeah. So basically, what was that? What was I saying? Guys, got sidetracked with commerce, y'all. I'm playing. Yeah, so the energy update. Okay, I'm back on track. Back on track. Thank you for whoever did that for me. Thank you for the little bump. So basically, expansion, like expansion has been quite the ongoing theme for like the whole past year, but it's been so restrictive, like it's been expansion but in like the reverse, like again, if you listen to tarot readings, the energy is just reversed when it's upside down, or whatever. That's an example. But basically, like it's been like, we've been expanding, but we've been expanding in the retractive way, in the way where it's like things are getting taken away, so when things are getting taken away, technically, something's getting taken away, so technically that creates space, that expands space that you had or did not have, like, that you had but didn't have to utilize at that point in time until space was made. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so basically we're not going to be crossing in front of the camera, honey. You can stay over there. It's enough space. So now you with the 9-9 energy, the 9-9 portal that we just had, Indy just had a birthday, celebrated a 1 year annual around the whatever this is, galaxy, this everything that's spinning. So basically, yeah, Virgo season in full effect, baby. And then my girl Nehemiah, over here, she's a Virgo as well. So what I'm saying, we had, we just popping milk bottles left and right, having a grand ball of a time. She's enjoying her train track that she's wanted for quite some time. But yeah, with like with the 9-9 energy, and we're both life path number 9. So go figure, So my life path number 9, that comes with a lot of things. But or one of the many things, it's like 9 is accumulation of 1 through 9. You know what I'm saying? So like that adaptable mindset that I keep talking about, that's just my way of life. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of just trying to figure out like what can I add to the conversation to somehow add value to folks. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. Oh wait, we got some comments. I'm sorry, I was just yapping my trap. Y'all know how we do. Okay. All right, shout out X-Man Hero. All right, I'm seeing. I just yap my trap. Sometimes I do my intro, and then I bring on the guests. Sometimes we play music, but you say you have a question for me, and also this is like, so I'm reading it out because we also have the podcast format, so for people from the podcast they can hear it. It says, what is your biggest fear? What is your worst nightmare? Do you like scary movies or comedy movies? Which nightmare haunted you in your new dreams? Chucky, Annabelle, Candyman. What's your favorite singer and who is your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite actor? Do you like Adventureland or do you like Universal Studios? Have you seen Broadway shows and in theaters? That is too funny. My biggest fear is to live a life full of regret. What is your worst nightmare? My worst nightmare is a job where I cannot grow or become a better person. Do you like scary movies or comedy movies? I prefer comedy. I avoid scary movies because I have an overactive imagination. Which nightmare haunted you in your new dreams? Chucky, Annabelle, Candyman, The Ring. Out of all of those, I've only watched Chucky, so I would have to say Chucky. Who's your favorite singer and who's your favorite rapper? Favorite singer would be favorite singer. That's interesting because like that might be a hard one for me because basically, I think everyone has a in their own right, they have their own singing voice. And who was your favorite rapper? Favorite rapper would have to be I'm gonna just be basic and say Drake. I don't know. It's a Drake wins in just most categories. I can't take it away. Can't take it. Give the man it. Give him anything. Can't take it away. Who's your favorite actor? My favorite actor. Um, I don't know. I like Hugh Jackman. I'm not. That's the first thing that came to my mind. So I'm gonna just be frank. Hugh Jackman is a wonderful thespian. He's not even an actor. He's played all types of roles and he's played them well. Wolverine. He had my heart melting. I'm just saying, like Hugh Jack. Not is it Hugh Jackman? Yep, Hugh Jackman. Yep, Wolverine. Hugh Jackman. I'll go on record saying that. Who's your favorite actor? Okay, yeah. Oh, and then after that is Idris though. I gotta. It's up there. I have to throw that in there. Do you like Adventureland or do you like Universal Studios? I would have to say Universal Studios. Have you seen Broadway shows in theaters? X-Man Hero. That is too funny. She want to do your hair. My brother was just talking about Broadway shows. But basically have I seen Broadway shows? I do believe so. I do. I like theater. I don't believe I engage with it as much as I feel like I have an affinity for it. But I do enjoy a good play, a good production, and stuff like that. That's interesting. Yeah. Shout out X-Men Hero. We're gonna show that on there, and that literally was what it was. And and thank you very much. Yeah, she knows it. She knows she's cute. Thank you. Look, I barely want to say it out loud. Yeah, shout out X-Man Hero. But yeah, so yeah, definitely. Like if you ever get the chance to tune into a live broadcast, definitely we have the capacity to interact. Real time. She can ask questions, comment. We definitely encourage interaction and engagement. Especially when I'm not yapping my trap and I can actually see the comments. So yeah, so expansion. You know what I'm saying? So like up till now it's been like really restrictive, but it's been restrictive in a way where it's like pulling you back, it's like pulling things and like I said, pulling things away to make space, which can expand your capacity for, your potential for, getting more new things and, fresh things and things that'll bring new perspectives and things into your your vortex, your inner regions and stuff like that. Like the questions, like I enjoy questions. Like I always tell people I'm an open book. um I'm a private person, but I'm open book and stuff like that. So questions are like really the only. I mean, even though people still could have the capacity to lie, like we do still have to have the honor system as far as like even questions go, as far as like getting to know someone, because literally someone could just be a sociopath, just like lie, like say all the opposite answers of the truth. Like this is the nature of the creative capacity of the human being and everything. But for the most part, we want to lean towards character and integrity and those type of things, like developing those traits so that we can like hey, what's going on, learn from each other in a symbiotic, respectful, mutual way and everything like that. Yeah, so expansion, yes. So so basically going into this new season. Oh, you found another train too. Going into this new season of like actually starting to see it, you know what I'm saying, starting to see like if you didn't, like one of the hard things about like having things taken away from you that you care about, or that you have an affinity for, or emotional attachments to and everything like that. It's the initial sense of loss, it's the initial sense of like like that it's gone. And then you kind of like have this like thing where you want to like grab and fill up the space and make and you know what I'm saying, fill up the space, and then like you're not and just in a way that's more ego based, that's more just like, this is just my ego can't exist without this particular part of my like my sense of identity, my sense of self-worth, you know what I'm saying. So they'll rush out and try to fill it up, versus allowing themselves to like breathe and feel themselves without that particular accoutrement, or a particular addition to who they really are, their essence of who they are, and everything. And yeah, that's my hero. So yeah, so basically with the expansion, like with the nine energy, like that's nine symbolizes completion, it symbolizes the breakdown of previous structures and schemas and stuff like that. and just like the, right before the newness of the number one, where we start over again. After nine, there's 10, but technically that's starting back at one again. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, that's the cycle. That's how it just keeps on looping over and over and over again, and everything. So nine energy, that's completion. So we had our 9/9 portal yesterday. We have September now, so it's like it's completion of like the point of restriction, like so now, like, I mean, after that, like after the tightness of expansion, then it's like, like it's not, it's like you get what you're supposed to go, you get what you're supposed to get. It's harvest season and stuff like that. So whatever it could be, like you laugh and stuff, and it's like you laugh and everything, but you gotta laugh like it's a sense of expression, just like crying is a sense of expression. You know what I'm saying? Just like you have to have that release. That's we were made with these, mechanisms to be able to, like, self care and everything like that, and that's what we need to do. Okay, we got more questions. So, X-Man Hero, he says, "What is your favorite TV show? What fast food restaurant is your favorite? Have you watched any good news or bad news? If you have a dream role, like a movie or singer, what would it be? Have you been camping? Do you like healthy or junk food? I mean, like, can you explain to me about healthy food?" What in the world? My favorite TV show. What if I have a favorite TV show? Do I have one now? I binge watch. I don't think I necessarily have a favorite TV show. I don't think I have one. I mean, honestly, I mean, like for a while it was Boy Meets World. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's probably the longest. If I was gonna just probably do like when I was watching TV, and the longest standing show, it would probably be Boy Meets World. That show went all the way up from elementary school to college. That was an amazing uh telecinematic feat. So I would say Boy Meets World with Topanga and them, everything like that. What fast food restaurant? What fast food restaurant is your favorite? Mm, I don't know. Have you watched any good news or bad news? I don't really watch the news. If you have a dream role, like a movie or singer, who would it be? If I were to get into acting, I'd want to take it seriously. So I'd want to actually just like, I'd be one of those annoying people that stretch themselves to see like what they could actually do. Like, if they could really, get into the role. So I don't think I'd have a dream role. I would just want to, I'd have a, I don't know, I'd have a dream capacity or something like that. Who would it be? Oh, yeah, I don't know what the role would be. I don't even know who would cast me in for what. Like, that's a self-awareness I have. Have you been camping? Yes, I have. I love camping. Do you like healthy food or junk food? I like food. I mean, like, can you explain to me about healthy food and junk food? I'm more of a mentalist. I think a lot of eating is emotional eating because technically we eat way more than we should. So even if you do eat healthy food, if you eat too much healthy food, it's really the fact of eating like too much to excess. We eat to excess in our society. So I don't necessarily think there's healthy food and junk food, but there is what's good for your body and what's, not so good for your body. So it just makes more sense to me, particularly as answering the question as a non-expert of anything, um, to, get to know your body and what particularly works. And then just being open to information as it comes along, because I feel like it's a lifelong process. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You okay? All right. All right. I got you. That is not an invitation, girl. That would be my explanation of the food. Just eat the food that makes you happy. Happy people are happy. They don't worry about their weight. Um, have you been on an airport before? If you have, which place have you been before? That is too funny. Yeah, I've been to an airport. I've been to a few places. I've been to Phoenix. I've been to Raleigh. I've been to Houston. I've been to what was it in Tennessee? I've been to Memphis. Um, just the Chicago airport, I guess. I like a lot of airports. Dubai. I've been to Dubai. That was lit. Um, wow. Okay. The question I'm getting. Have you go to church before? If you have, can you tell me about God and the devil? I just want to know if people are good or bad sometimes. People, yes, I have gone to the church. I enjoy a good church fellowship session. I like variety in my church going. What's the word? Still waters, still waters tend to sour and everything. So yes, mix it up. I mean, good people are good people everywhere you go. God and the devil. The devil is on God's payroll, So while the devil doesn't necessarily have anything to do, what God has has anything to do with it, he definitely does do his bidding and can only do what he's allowed. So it's up to us to like stand in that and understand that. I just want to know if people are good or bad sometimes. People are good and bad. You can't trust nobody, not even yourself. You can't trust not a damn soul out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all do it. Only thing you can trust is that, if you really are trying to do the best you can, like, you will see those results. You know what I'm saying? So if you aren't seeing the results, that's still on you. Like, you still got to do a little bit more reading, a little bit more digging, a little bit more, till you get there. Like, it is what it is. Enough until enough is enough. Yeah, like that was on God's payroll. He ain't stronger than nobody. He get paychecks like I get paychecks. You know what I'm saying? Have you watched the Super Bowl, Special Olympics, or Animal Planet? I love Animal Planet. I've never watched the Special Olympics, and I've watched Super Bowl for the commercials. There you go. Lord and mercy. Oh, okay, X-Men. That's too funny. Okay, so X-Men Hero says, "What TV show is your favorite in your childhood?" Mine is Star Wars. What TV show is my favorite in my childhood? I would have to say Captain Planet. I think that comes up pretty you know quickly. So it must be Captain Planet or what else did I like to watch? TV show favorite. Mm, like I just watched TV. I was like a TV junkhead as a kid. But yeah, I would think Captain Planet was like a pretty good one. I don't know if the storyline was that good, but I definitely like the concept. I just feel like we learned a lot. Oh, you know what? And also Magic School Bus. Magic School Bus was lit, even though it wasn't like scientifically or factually accurate or sound. Just the excitement, engagement that it could give to kids to get excited about science was a good one. But yeah, so yeah, there we go. That's a good amount of questions. How do you write? How do you type so fast? You're a very good typer, X-Man Hero. Um, but yeah. So with expansion, you're gonna start seeing the fruits of your labor. That's the harvest. Like it really is what it is. And everything. So like it's good for the ones that's been doing their best to do good, be good. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that means to you, like I guess just check your motivations. Who knows? I don't know how motivated you are. I can only focus on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no metric for you. I'm working on my own sense of consistency and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at you gonna make me stumble. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like so that leads into like the thing. Okay, well you're just gonna have to go get your hamburger that you had. Make sure you come back up.
Okay. Okay, Mom, I will leave you.
Mhm.
It's time.
So basically, where'd that song come from? Okay. Sorry guys, 1 second. I want to just make sure. Yeah, just make sure. Okay. So basically, what was I saying? So basically, yes, with expansion, with the 9 energy, we're in September, the ninth month, and everything just so happens the kids just started going back to school. Like we're getting this, sense of normalcy, but also, this sense of just like general just expansion, expansion of consciousness. Some people would say, elevated frequencies are like, hitting the earth and stuff like that. Like this is science, people. I don't know what to tell you. This is just like, I'm an energetic sensitive. If you don't know, that's also another thing. Just like this is how I relate to the world, just with energy. Don't know what else to tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? Like again, like if we just had some better communication vehicles and channels, we could actually sit down and learn from each other. How do you see the world? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like if we had just better, like, grease for those gears and stuff like that. See how X-Man Hero is asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a questions I don't want to answer, or whatever, I just say I decline, or I plead the fifth, or what I'm saying, or whatever have you. But to be hesitant first to even ask or inquire is, like to just kind of shortchange yourself from possible new knowledge and perspectives. Um, so the theme like that we had, I think the title of this episode is "Get to Work." So that ties into just like getting back to school. You know what I'm saying? That people are starting to go back into offices, and unemployment is doing what it's doing and everything. So people are getting back to getting into like some, I guess, some sense of normalcy as far as like working and everything like that. Just a lot of different things, a lot of different factors and everything. So as as the seasons are changing, there's a lot of transitions. So people are so people are just like, I don't know, just become more thoughtful and everything. But it's just like the expansion of consciousness in general. It's like so much stuff to have to consider, that it's like either you're gonna buckle under the pressure, or you're gonna actually like be forced to take the steps it takes to make sure that you can maintain, you know, like maintain, like living. You know what I'm saying? Like maintain life, maintain, like freedom should be the goal. Freedom to express yourself, and freedom to be yourself, and freedom to live in the way that you see fit, not harming yourself or others, or taking from somebody else, but just providing and giving of what you came here to give. So that should be the goal. I mean, like, it shouldn't feel crazy or weird, or you shouldn't get like banned for saying stuff like that. It's like kind of a weird, like, little shift in society for that to be. We got some more questions from X-Man Hero. Too funny. Oh, no, no, no. You're on Twitch. You're on Twitch. Okay, let's see. Have you eat vegetable and fruit? What Universal Studios ride and shows did you do? Who WWE superstars is your favorite? Have you watched anything movies before? Do you like pets or animals? Do you like bugs? If you hate bugs, what bugs do you hate the most? Bees, spiders, mosquitoes. What is this? Okay, so I do have a problem with the feds, So this little last round of questions I'm gonna ask. That I'm assume you the feds, X-Man Hero. Have I ever eat vegetable fruit? Yes, I've eaten both. What Universal Studios ride or shows did you do? I don't know. I honestly, the way my memory works, I do stuff and don't quite remember it. So I mean, like I said, it'd be energy with me. So I don't know. Experiences are weird, but I don't think I've gone to Universal Studios. I think I only just wanted to go. I have been to the Disney Center or whatever. But I just think in general, I just would prefer Universal Studios to whatever the other choice was. Who WWE superstars is your favorite? Stone Cold Steve Austin. What movie or TV show have you watched before? All of them. Quantum Leap. Have you watched any new movies before? Of course. Do you like pets or animals? I don't know. Pets or animals like me. I just want to be, if I ever have one, I want to be in a responsible position to have one. Do you like bugs? I don't think it's my place to dislike or like bugs. I think bugs are bugs, as much as they can stay alive around me, I'd like to be not bit by them. So, keep it cordial. If you hate bugs, which bugs do you hate? Hate strong the most. Bees, I don't think anyone likes mosquitoes, so we'll just go mosquitoes. Out of bees, spiders, and mosquitoes are the least useful. So but yes. So thank you, X-Man Hero, again. We're gonna shut down the questions. Starting to sound like the feds. Too funny. Sure. But thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Be nice. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, so as far as getting to work, like we're getting back to work, we're getting back to school, we're getting back to work, we're getting back to the work that we may have had to let go a few months ago and everything like that. Just when things just kind of got a lot excuse me, a lot more up in the air and 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 yeah, like I mean there's nothing that, I mean, like again, you're either going to crumble under the pressure or you're going to shape out to be the diamond that you're supposed to be. That's why we use the icon, the diamond, because it's like we here at Apex Radio Show, we don't want to besmirch the whole process. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to just like, a lot of times people want to shoot to your they want to shoot to your highlight reels. They want to shoot to, what you're doing them, like all the success, but it's like there really is honor and beauty and accolades and character building in the journey, the journey to wherever you're going, wherever your heart's taking, wherever your passion is turning your profit, and then then you got to turn your profit into like what else you're gonna do? What are you gonna leave behind you? Profit into philanthropy. Ideally, we get we cultivate a network of givers, a network of people that not even not just a network of givers, but a network of people with that level of that capacity to give, like to, of course, the capacity to accumulate, but then the capacity to distribute that accumulation in a way that's that's communal, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be forced. It should be something, again, like when you focus on certain aspects of the personality within your society, as a community, then you can actually like start to shape like what people focus on. You know what I'm saying? Um, like, geez, I mean, like, so like as far as getting back to work, it really is like shifting our focus and what is the next best thing I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have all this extra that I can be doing at this point because so many things are closing in on me. You know, so that's the theme so far and everything. And we're gonna be waiting a little bit longer for our guest. Miss Ashe already let me know that she was gonna be running a smidge bit late, and then we are waiting for, again, Mr. Ken Butler to sign on. I'll try to see if I could, not try to see, but I can see about some music. I feel like all my music, I'm telling you, I'm hitting all my people up for like some new music. Like, we need new music. What's the new music? Nobody's hit me up for with music? I don't know what's going on. Have you all forgotten about me? No, I'm playing. Do you have the link to? Okay. Okay. Let's see what music we have. So, what get back to work are we going to talk about? Is it like having oh no more conversations? Really, it's honestly just like just focusing on what you can do. It's like show respect and be nice to each other. Like really just like show more respect to yourself, like show more self-care to yourself. Like honestly, the more selfish that you are, like the more you have for other people. Like for real, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like we really do need to flip some concepts and ideas around like certain things, like I said, certain personality ticks in our society are worse, are made worse because of what we allow, and what we, what we encourage. So like, it's not necessarily just like just be nice to each other. It's also just like have more self-respect for yourself. Like try to find that, because a lot of times when we mistreat others, it's due to some, like I said, I'm a childhood trauma coach. I'm an energy, energy healer, resilience, whatever. Like I help with that type of stuff. So, when you're lashing out at others and everything like that, a lot of times that's due from a deficiency, from some type of lack within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the more that you can feel, oh, you can go close that door, honey. Yeah. So the more that you can fill in those gaps within yourself, you'll have more space. Again, the more that you can like remove, the sense of lack, you have more space for the good feelings, for those things that for things to grow, that they like, that you can provide to other people. So it's not really just being nice to each other. I don't know. I mean, like, it is, but then it's not. It's really like, it's not really just running around trying to people please, or trying to like, kiss ass or anything like that. It's really like pleasing yourself, learning how to kiss your own ass in a way that's that feels lack, fills the gaps and the lack, within your self-love for yourself. Okay. And everything. So I mean, yeah, I don't really like to say I'm nice. I tell people I'm not nice. I know the energy can be a little tricky, but that's really not what it is. Like I like, nice is fake. Again, you're tripping over to people please, and buy love and stuff like that, and that's not good. No one wants to be that person. No one wants to see that person. Let's see. Leah says, it's so pretty. What Halloween costume do you have? Have you gone trick or treating or haunted house? Did you get scared? Let's see. Thank you for the
Mommy, I
compliment.
didn't have some chips.
Okay, you can go. You just went and got some. There's a piece of pizza right there. Go ahead. I love the glad. Thank you. What Halloween costume did you have last time? I don't think I celebrated Halloween. I don't think I've celebrated Halloween in the past few years. But I usually like to dress as a pirate. I think that's like the best costume ever. I love being a pirate. I love excuse to wear a scabbard. Have you gone trick or treating or haunted house? Yes, I've gone trick or treating with my children, but again, I don't think I've gotten stopped. I'm not playing with you. I've gotten to the point in the past few years of doing that. And haunted house, again, I'm not a fan of being I'm not a fan of being scared. like like my imagination is too overactive, so I don't like to use my imagination for fear. So yeah, I'm not a fan of haunted house. But yeah, I guess I did get scared the last time I went. Sit down, honey. So yeah, so again, I did just cross my own thing instead of, I wasn't gonna answer no more Fed questions, but don't know what the Feds will do with that information. But yeah, shout out to X-Man Hero on Twitch. Um, so basically, okay, so I do think I see our guest in the back room and everything. So let me see, make sure the music and stuff. One moment, guys.
Uh, Stop saying
Excuse me, honey. Okay, let's see. What happened to my music? Mm. Yeah, okay, well, there it goes. Okay, all right, cool. So, all right, a few more comments. What you doing, kid? Trying to do your hair, being patient, and you can't rush when she talking to viewers. Gotta wait. Oh yeah. I mean, again, we keep it very transparent and organic here on Apex Radio Show. That is the whole point, Like people, like, they just want to see the success. They want to see the end story. No one wants to take the time to hear the full, full story out. So, you know, we want to practice what we preach here. So definitely appreciate. Okay, so without further ado, I do believe we are all set and ready and everything to bring on Mr. Ken Butler. Okay. He is a mayoral candidate for Binghamton, New York, and everything. And we are super excited to learn more about his campaign directly from him, and then actually just expose and share it on the platform. So let's see. Oh, you're from New York too? Okay, okay. X-Man Heroes from New York. New York! Gotta do it for the real ones. For the real ones. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're about to bring them on. All right. Okay.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
how you
How you
doing, Mr.
doing?
Butler?
I'm all right today. How you doing? I was
I'm
trying to
good.
sign into the StreamYard
Yeah.
so I can have full access.
I'm not playing. Look, is everything working on that side?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
How's it going today?
X-Man Hero says hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good today. Had a lot of events to attend today and had a meeting this morning.
Right. All right. You're busy. Busy.
Yeah,
The busy like
damn
you
busy.
don't you do
I
not sit. Like we've run into each other and it's like man ran right. You see it? That was on the flyer, right? Kim
yeah,
Butler, future mayor. X-Man Hero, he asked, "How are you?" That's one of our audience members, I guess. He's been pretty engaged. So he's from New York as well. So yeah, so that so just to let you know, we do have the capacity for like live comments and stuff for people to ask questions and everything. So you should be able
yeah.
to see it as well.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, X-Men Hero, how you doing?
Yeah, so he says, I have one question for you. What community did you do when you guys worked together? What community did we do? Oh, so we're in Binghamton, New York. So we're in Binghamton, New York. So when you guys work together. I don't know. I think I'm reading the question properly, but community would be our community currently would be Binghamton. I
I think
think
that's
so.
what what he meant by that. What community did you guys do?
Or maybe community work. Maybe community work. What community work did you do? So maybe that's for you. That's for you then.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, yeah,
Well, the
he's on.
community work that I've done, I've been working with the community organization for a long time called True Farm. It's an organization that promotes uh, overdose prevention and also the stigmatism against the the population that uses opioids and addictive substances. And we also trying to fight to decriminalize uh, substance abuse, like heroin and all drugs. Actually, all drugs need to be decriminalized because people who have substance abuse problems shouldn't be put into the jail system. But can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I had
Oh,
just muted Miss Nehemiah.
okay.
um, yeah, yeah. So okay, yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, you told me a little bit about it too. I'm good. I'm doing good. What do you say? Okay, I think. And yes, community work. Okay, yeah. So we we figured it out. It was community work. Yeah. And yeah, wonderful answer. It's just been like, so like, a little background, little transparency for the crowd and stuff like that. I grew up in Binghamton, New York and everything, went away to school, came back, and now I'm back in the area just getting reacclimated. And then before I even met Mr. Butler, my sister's like, "Oh yeah, we met the future mayor of Binghamton," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," So then we go to a community event, and then he said the community like pretty like what I'm saying. It's just it speaks for itself. Like he's
Excuse
out
me,
here
I'm
in
taking
the
my hair out. I got
community.
to
Oh
taking my
yeah,
hair out of ponytail. I've been dressed like this all day. Excuse
yeah.
me.
Get comfortable.
Excuse me.
This is it, man. If we could pull it off in person, it's a kickback.
Right, right. But yeah, basically, I'm from the Bronx. I moved out here in 2007. Uh, My son was 10 years old. Now he's 24 and lives in Johnson City. I have a 16-year-old, 15-year-old daughters that are in high school right now. And I also have a 9-year-old that's in elementary school. So right now I'm invested in the city and I don't plan to move or go anywhere. And in 2017, I tried to get on the ballot.
Hmm.
I ran around getting signatures. I needed to get 499 and I came up short. I only got 472 at the time. So at that time, I wasn't, uh, I didn't know too much about politics because I'm not a politician. Like I said, I'm originally from the Bronx. I moved up here in 2007 just to raise my children in a better environment in a more um, friendly community. And this community has accepted me and has adopted me, and I adopted this city as my own. And, you know, I fell in love with the city. And as time went on, I seen that the administration that was in charge wasn't catering to the community like the community needs. Um, uh, we need a community center. We need a mental health facility. We need affordable houses, not housing. Um, we need an opioids addiction facility. It's things that we need for the community,
So many
and
things. Like I was just like
so
scratching my
much,
head just earlier
so
today.
much.
I was like, it's so weird because it's a place full of resources, but it's the weirdest stuff you don't have. Like
It
just the
is.
basic things. Like I was just saying that. That's funny.
It is because like I was just speaking to people today, and um, I went to this event called Chalk. Let me make sure that I get this right. Um, it was called Chalk the Walk and Have the Talk. It was a kickoff event at CFJ Park near Walmart, and
Right.
I was meeting a lot of people there. I was talking to a lot of people, and it's a lot of people that deal with mental health and um, domestic violence. And it's a lot of people that were there, and all of these organizations basically do the same thing, but
Right.
they weren't promoted right. The thing is, it's like they know about each other, they all work together doing the same thing, but they're all individual entities. And the thing is, it's like we need a mayor that can connect with all of these community organizers and all of these community events and bring them all together and promote them. Because
Right.
right now, our current mayor is running for Senate. And
Mm,
so he's abandoned our community for the past 6 years. And now he's running for Senate. He's basically abandoning us every week. Every other week, he's at an event somewhere in New York State.
right.
Meanwhile, Binghamton is in need.
Right.
And the other candidates that's running against me, they really don't care about the community. They just care about lining their pockets. And they have all of these other corporations and companies that are in their back pocket that support them. And me, I'm doing this as an independent candidate. I have nobody in my back pocket. No, there's no puppets string for me to cut. You
Right,
know,
right, right.
all of these guys.
No selling out here.
No, the only puppet that I'm going to be is a puppet for the people.
There you go. A servant leader.
Yep.
And honestly, that's what's actually like draw me so much to your campaign, your story. Because like I've had my own like delusions or illusions of just like okay, like I'm a solutions driven person, so
Yeah.
sometimes when you're faced with problems, it's like okay, this is a creative challenge to like what could it be, what should it be, you know what I'm saying? And you really do want more people in these public positions that have a actual care and concern, beyond just the paycheck, beyond just the personal gains and stuff like that, because that's what we're trusting these people to do. I feel like that's a
Yeah.
functional part of the job. So it's like okay, when someone comes along and wants to make that their primary focus, it's like okay, let's listen, let's see if we can if this can be done effectively.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I'm not doing this for no personal gain. I'm not doing this on no running on a name because the other candidates, they are running on their father's name, being that they're a dynasty. They still control parts of the city. Even if they don't win, they still control parts of the city. And I don't have no stake in if I become mayor, I'm gonna give a company um a contract so they can start building and making more student houses or anything like that.
What's
That's
that
not
called?
the goal.
That's called cronyism.
Cronyism and
Yeah,
gentrification,
at its finest.
because they right now they're trying to they call it revitalizing Binghamton, but what they're really doing is pushing the middle class and the poor people out with high rent prices, rent increases, like
Right. And they're going up.
yeah, it's like $900 for a 3 bedroom, a 2 bedroom, or something like that. You can't get affordable apartments nowadays. I'm a family of 5 right now. We started off as a family of 7, and 2 of them left the house now. So
Yeah.
now we're a family of 5. If we have to move right now, we cannot find a 3 bedroom apartment or a 3 bedroom house, let alone in Binghamton.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't want to leave my city.
Yeah.
I don't want people to leave the city. I don't want people to be like, well, we can't find a place and then they have to leave. We need to create an affordable housing program that's Binghamton based, not just through such programs like
Uh, that
Metro
nonprofit US Way or
Metro
something like
Interfaith,
that.
yeah, like Metro Interfaith or
Hmm.
things like that. We need a Binghamton based Binghamton housing, uh, first time home buyers for Binghamton,
Right.
and then we need to get rid of that credit check too.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they can save up money, they can afford to get a house, but they can't because their credit. And
Right. And especially, honestly, especially after these past like almost 2 years with all this turmoil and all this financial collapse and economic
yes,
boo. I'm just like, are you kidding me? And now they're checking worse than ever.
hmm
Now people are getting kicked out and they're checking worse than ever. And it's all this fraudulence too. I've had stuff put on my report that was fraudulent because they said they weren't, they had said they weren't gonna do it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
See,
and then I guess as like so from like so where does your experience with politics comes from? And then we have a question from X Man Hero. I told him I think he's the feds, but
I have no. Basically, I at 5 years old. At 5 years old, my first hint of politics was I was getting dressed and I heard on the radio in New York City. There's a radio, news radio called 1010 Wins, and while my mother was putting on my jacket, on the radio, I heard that Ronald Reagan was shot in the left chest, and my thoughts was the left chest. So I'm holding my left side as a 5 year old, like, well, that's where your heart is,
hmm
And then over time, I wasn't into politics, but I would hear like Ronald Reagan speak, and I would think, well, he told Gorbachev to knock down the wall, tear down the wall, Gorbachev. I saw that. And then he mentioned about, if we was to get invaded by an extraterrestrial threat, how the world would unite against this threat.
you're
So,
the second person I talked to like in the past 2 days about this. I was like, if like
really?
they said if the aliens, if the if we as a
Yeah.
species were to be approached by any other species, like we would not have our shit together. I was like, you know what, this is the shit everyone needs to be talking about, not this dumb other
Yeah.
stuff.
Right. Right. So
Like we
that's
were looking
that's
crazy out here to the aliens.
really so because it's like we're fighting over
Dumb
ridiculous
shit like
things.
skin color.
Skin color, vaccinate. Oh, mask or not mask. Like,
Right. The aliens are like these dummies.
they're like, you know what? We're not going to take them over. Just leave them. They're
Right. Right,
They-
right. That's like
They'll
an
they'll
asteroid
destroy
will be
themselves and
there.
we'll just take over the planet afterwards. No, but after
We'll circle back around about 3,000 years. They'll be all wiped out. They'll be completely gone. 3,000 years. That's nothing. I worry about these things. I'm like,
no,
I'm
not my
trying to leave a
mom.
legacy. I don't want to leave a legacy for about 2, 3 generations and we poof out.
I think X Men Hero got it wrong. I didn't say my mom. I said
Uh,
when my mom was putting on my jacket, I heard on the radio that Ronald Reagan, the president,
yeah.
and I was 5 years old. So this was 1981. I was about to be,
Oh,
and I heard that he had got shot. But
yeah.
other than that, it was like,
Nothing.
I kept my ears to the politics and
Yeah.
to just to the political scene. And then it was around when I was about 11 and a half, going on 12 years old, that our social studies teacher let us leave school. He actually let us cut school to be like, um, the Democrats are gonna have a Democratic campaign in front of Claremont Center, which is a community center that's connected to the building that I lived in,
Right.
which is a 16-story project building in the Bronx, 169th Street, 3rd Avenue.
Hmm.
So we left school that day, and it was a couple of candidates talking, and what struck out to me the most was Jesse Jackson was running, and he was a Democrat, and he was running for president, and obviously George Bush Sr. won that year,
Right.
but I, I still kept my ears to politics and started listening to like our president because I felt like he was the commander in chief, and he's the leader of the country. So you should listen to the leader. So I started paying attention to like George Bush Sr. And his first promise was that he wasn't going to raise taxes. And as soon as he got elected, he raised taxes. So I knew politicians lied. And
Right.
I still kept my ears to the politics, followed um, politicians. I wasn't able to vote until um, I, I w- I was old enough to vote, but I wasn't able to vote for Bill Clinton. But
Hmm.
my
Okay.
first time voting, I had registered as, excuse me, I'm sorry, I registered as a Republican, and
No need to apologize.
and the thing is this, because I like Ronald Reagan because of the things that he was saying,
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
like, and then the Republicans did fight to end slavery. So you hear about things like that in the history books. You don't hear the full detail of the story, but
Right.
you heard like the Republicans, you know, ended the war of the
You hear the
slavery.
snap. You hear the highlights. You hear
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
snapshot
get the
reel,
little
the reels
yeah.
of history. We got the reels.
So, so I kind of felt like the Republicans were the good guy,
Yeah.
and they obviously wasn't. But
Yeah.
I didn't know. And then my first time voting, I voted for Rudy Giuliani, the New York mayor.
What a legacy.
Trust me.
Oh.
And within a year and a half, I was a victim of the stop and frisk law. You
You
know,
see, you know what I'm saying? And it's based off of the stuff that they say. So are you saying like basically like based off like the experience of seeing politicians go up, say something and do something else? Then it's like,
yeah.
yeah, that's me too. I just want to see if it could be done properly. I'm like, is it just you become a politician and you just start lying out your teeth, or what? Or is it just
See,
a character flaw?
and see, I think it's a character flaw because like for me, I'm I'm not doing this like I said for no personal gain. I just want to make the city a better place for our children and for the future. You know, the 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 things that I want to put in place, like green energy,
Hmm.
within 3 to 5 years, if we start right now,
Yeah.
next year, and with the production within 3 years to start producing, 3 to 5 years from once we start next year, we can be generating enough electricity to get us off of NYSEG's electrical grid. And if anybody don't know what NYSEG is, that's like Con Edison. It's the electrical company, and they're a they're a monopoly here. You
Yeah.
know, it's a huge monopoly, and
Just
they
about every place has a monopoly. Like if you think about it, like when I was in DC, it was Washington Gas and Pepco. You know, you was only gonna get your electricity from one place or whatever. Or then these scammy people come around trying to tell you about cheaper electricity. And then,
yeah
and then people like poor people are just so targeted. It is ridiculous. Like, oh, I didn't
and
mean to bring that up. My
those
bad.
those people yeah those people, they're trying to sell um solar. And the
Yeah,
thing is that you still got to pay NYSEG. They got to pay NYSEG. So it's a circle, and it's a circle that shouldn't even exist. If we generate enough electricity ourselves, Binghamton Electricity, we can generate enough electricity and we get off of NYSEG, and that will cut a lot of people's bills. That's one way to cut a bill. Another way to cut people's bills is with I want to give us free broadband, citywide broadband. If we
right,
have citywide broadband, that way a lot of people are not paying for Spectrum. You can pay for your streaming services. Um, I have two teenage daughters. They have cell phones. When they leave the house, they can be instantly on the Wi-Fi. They don't have to worry about, uh, 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 calling me, getting in contact with me. I can always look on my phone and see the family sharing right there where my daughter's at. Oh, they're at Rec Park. Oh, they're at McDonald's. Oh, they're walking down Main Street. You know
right,
what I mean? Things
right,
like that. And that way parents can keep in contact with their kids, because
right.
not all parents can afford a family plan. I sure as can't. And
Yeah,
I have two teenage daughters, and I cannot get us on a family plan.
yeah.
So they rely on
And
Wi-Fi.
again, the credit thing, like the
Hmm.
credit, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's honestly just like the new, not even like it's like the new Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Oh yeah,
you don't even need a sign. It's just like dang, like you ask me about signing about for some credit, like no, and I'm gonna be
hmm,
like I said, I'm transparent. People tell me I tell too much, I say too much. I'm like, but why lie? Like if I'm working on me, I'm working on me. That's it.
yeah,
But I'm working on my credit, like and I didn't get like into until like 18 until the time again it's predatory. These are predatory
yeah.
practices. So for people to feel personal shame and like personal stuff that makes you not even want to get the information to fix your finances, we gotta we gotta get away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of embarrassing sometimes being an adult in certain financial situations. But it's like there's so much information out there that if you just open yourself up and you just, be coachable and teachable, like, but on the flip side, credit should not also stop people from basic life things. Also, too, like on the
You
flip side,
know, nowadays, especially out here, you got to pass a credit check to get an apartment.
yeah,
That shouldn't be. I mean, all right, you owe bills. You might have a medical bill,
right,
that you owe, a couple of them because you had a couple of accidents or something like that, and you can't pay it. Now that brought down your credit. Plus, you probably owe maybe a cable bill, maybe a car insurance bill. That's bringing down your credit, and then now you can't get an apartment because you were
right.
sick
Now
5 years
you're
ago.
homeless because of
Yeah,
because of predatory credit practices. Like I'm
it's
like, no, this
ridiculous.
is not the society I dream of or can even stand. You know what I'm saying? Like I can barely stand it.
It's really hard. It's really hard for people to live out here right
So,
now in Binghamton, and in general, actually. You
right.
know, it's uh, it's it's a cycle that we need to just break. We need to break the cycle. The thing about me running for mayor is that I want to inspire the youth. I want them to see that they know me as Ken Batman, because for years I've been going around to the elementary schools during Halloween for the parades, and I would wear my official Batman costume, my latex Batman suit, got the real mask and the cape flailing in the wind, the boots, the pants, everything. I mean, not no Ruby's
Right.
bag costume. I'm talking about the real one.
What's the
And
thing? Okay, so what's the thing with the Batman? Because I have my own little Batman story, but what's yours?
okay, that's getting sidetracked. Quick, quick, quick little story.
Yeah.
I have cousins that are the same age as me, and one is 6 and one is 5, and I was 6 years old. And they would take the cape. They would take the cape. Hear me? They would take the towel and put the towel around their neck, and they would jump off the couches and do Superman, Superman. So the Adam West Batman, when it comes on, it's a cartoon,
Yeah.
and it's like it goes pow, bam, boom, right?
Hmm.
And then Batman and Robin shakes hands, and then Batman goes like this with the cape,
Yeah.
and it turns into like the Batman symbol with his head on top of it,
Uh huh.
right?
Yeah.
So I would do that with my towel. I take the towel and put it around my neck. So while they're going like this on the couch doing Superman, I'll go like this. Embarrassing little story,
Just to be
but
different. Just to be
yeah,
different.
just to be different. But over the years, I kind of like, grew into liking Batman because it was, he's a human. He's just a man who wants to do good, believes in justice, and, always want to do the right thing,
Yeah.
and believes in justice with his fists. But,
Right, right, right. But
you
he
know,
does
it
never kill anyone. He never
don't,
kills anyone.
doesn't kill
He
anyone.
never,
That's,
never, not with all that violence and all that,
that's
ricochet.
what it is.
Like
Because if
I
you
know
kill,
if you notice, like it never goes to that
yeah,
point.
if you don't want to be, you don't want to be a bad guy.
Mhm.
You don't want to turn into a bad guy. And that's how I live my life. I always try to do good by as many people as I come in contact with. If I see somebody on my Facebook page that needs help with a ride, food, money, I'm like, I'm I'm on that page, and then I'm on the inbox. After the event that we just had today at CFJ Park, it was put in the air that Ken Butler would take the food that was left over to the Volunteers of America, because I did that at one of the last events that True Farm had. Even though I'm a rainmaker for um, True Farm does not support me as a candidate, even though I do support True Farm and everything that they stand for. But at that day, at that fundraiser that they were having, I was not a rainmaker. I was Ken Butler running for mayor of Binghamton.
Right.
And at the end of the event, um, it was so much chicken left over that I decided to say, you know what, let me just take this to the Volunteers of America over there at 320 Shenango Street, and I met a couple of the residents there and started bringing in food there. And so I guess the people that hosted the event was asking Truth Farm, what to do with the hot dogs and stuff. So, you know, my first idea was, to give it away too. So they
Yeah.
suggested that I do that, things like that. So what I did was I took like, I say about 400 hot dogs and three boxes of potato chips and ketchup and
To where?
hand
What did you say
sanitizer
to?
to the Volunteers of America,
Wow.
the VOA, the men's shelter up on Shenango Street.
Yeah.
Things
So
like
much
that.
movement. Just running around. That's what I'm saying. How do you
So
okay,
good.
so okay, so I have like two, three questions or whatever. So the first one is just like how do you foster the capacity? So you say you have a natural inclination for politics and wanting to do the right thing and see it done right, and then you have your personal experiences with it and everything like that. So then how do you find the personal capacity day by day to really continually put yourself out there and be out in the community? Because like I started out, I said I met you in the community. I've seen you in the community. You're out. You gotta be out to be seen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like how do you get your daily energy up, or work on your daily motivation, because it can't be
See,
easy. Not
it's
everyone loves
not.
Kim Butler for mayor, let's be frank.
That's true. And it's not, because it's like, the motivation that I get is like I see my kids. I look at my kids and I see that they they need help. You know, all the kids in the community need help. And what I do is this: I check Facebook, the events on Facebook,
Mhm.
and if they overlap, I try my hardest to try to get to each and every one of them. And that's how I basically start my day off. I plan out my day as what's going on in Binghamton today, what's going on in Binghamton, and hopefully, if people see, uh, that I'm promoting their event, they would invite me to the event, or a lot of people would just invite me to the events. So that's how basically I like prepare myself, and then to get the energy to go out, it's like it's I put it I put it in my mind that if I don't win, we're all gonna lose. You know,
Damn.
and and I and I and I don't want us to lose again. We lost 4 years, and we can't
Right.
wait 4 more years, because
Right.
in another 4 years, half of Binghamton is gonna be gone.
Yeah.
They're gonna push the rest of us out, and then another 4 years. Then what? I'm gonna try again and try again. I I need to win this, and I need as many people to come out and register, come out and vote. Early voting is October 23rd to Halloween, and the election is November 2nd. Even if you can get absentee ballots, you can sign up for absentee ballots. Ken Butler, easy name to write.
There it is right there. There's the card. Kim Butler.
It's easy name to write, easy name to remember.
Right.
And see, the things that's listed on the card is basically what people have been telling me since 2017. We need
Yeah.
affordable houses, not housing, mental health and opioid addiction facility, citywide high speed broadband. We need skilled trade learning for teens 13 to 20, and we need green energy and free electricity in
Yeah.
5 years. I can do it in 5 years.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely, especially putting the youth to work. A lot of ideas and everything that I come up with, I always just think about how can we focus on job creation, like leverage the most amount of problems and then like tie solutions to. Like I said, I'm a diehard solution driven person. So
Hmm.
like all the stuff that like all the stuff on your card, I'm just like, okay, like, but it's like always like people always say that like the unicorn doesn't exist, or no, that no one can run an honest campaign. But it's like, do people
Hmm.
actually want to see an honest, like, straightforward campaign or not? What I'm saying? I honestly, I think Trump told the truth to his capacity.
Yeah.
That's why
He
people liked him, because it was like he was just saying whatever was
whatever came
coming.
to his mind.
Yes,
And that
it's fine.
and see,
Turn it
that's
down.
the thing. Like, even though I've been called to speak at a couple of events and haven't yet, I do have a lot of speeches written, but really I really don't want to speak, I don't want to have to pull out my phone and then say something that I have written right here.
Yeah.
You know, I I might not have the gift to gab, but I do want to speak from my heart. Anytime that I want to speak to the community, anytime that I'm asked to speak on any kind of topics, I want to speak from my heart. I don't want to have a written, a written dialogue or a written speech, because it's
Mhm.
been events that I've gone to where, like the the violence that's happening in the jail system, the abuse that's happening in the jail system. You got a couple of speakers speaking, and then they're talking the statistics. They're saying how many people died in the jail, how many people did this, how many people, So it'd be a couple of other people speaking at events, and then when it's my time to speak, it's like they already said everything. They already said that. What I want to do, because it's like, you're gonna say, this is what we need, this needs to be done, this needs to be done for the jails. And
Yeah.
then now, when am I gonna get up on the microphone and repeat what you just said?
Yeah.
I agree with everything you just said.
Mhm.
So basically, I'm here. That's why I go to the
Outlier.
event
I like
because
to be the change agent.
like I'm here to listen to what you gotta say, what you guys gotta say, and I'm taking all of this in so I can make the change that y'all guys are calling for.
Yeah.
Because if there's so many events going on, there's so many protests, and we can protest all you want. You can complain on Facebook all you want. You can
Mhm.
complain on social media all you want, but unless people come out and write my name in on the ballot and we vote and let your voices be heard, then it's going to be another 4 years of arguing and complaining. And I I don't have time for it. My
Yeah.
kids don't have time for it. Binghamton's youth
Definitely
don't
don't
have
have
no
time
time
for
for it.
it.
My listen, it's my children are 14 and 15 and 16.
Mhm.
My daughter's gonna be 17 in December. This summer, one of them has summer school. The other one didn't. The other one was looking for a job. She actually went to Chipotle for a
Mhm.
job.
Mhm.
I'm like, are you seriously? You trying to work at Chipotle? I'm like, listen, if I wasn't running for mayor, I would apply for Chipotle. I can work for Chipotle. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a grown up. That's a job.
Mhm.
The thing is, when I was 13, my first job was at Summer Youth Employment in New York City, Summer Youth Employment.
Yeah.
I had to wear a shirt and tie. The program was promoted during the school. It was in between the school year. We had a Wednesday called Working Wednesday, where
Mhm.
companies and schools and colleges would come to the school and would talk about the jobs and stuff, and then what they would the jobs that they would be hiring for the summer, because then summer youth, and then they would promote summer youth employment during the end of the school year. Because if you're not going to summer school, you might as well get a summer job and a field that you would want to work in. And there would be a whole bunch of different fields: clerical, maintenance, even childcare.
Mm.
So
Right. There's just so much need, and it's like, what is the blockage? And I feel like it's the same thing, kind of like similar to like Baltimore. Like I spent a lot of time in Baltimore as
hmm
well, and it's like a lot of those dilapidated buildings, and and lack of like utilization of like community space, properly
yeah,
effectively. A lot of that crime and all that other stuff, like it's like okay from the 70s. I was like, okay, it's been like this since the 70s. Like that's intentional.
yeah.
Like you don't do nothing on accident for 20, 30 years. Like,
And the thing is, and see, the thing is, being like this, like these guys, the other candidates, they sent people out to go get signatures for them.
yeah.
First of all, the Republican only needed 89 signatures. In one day, I got 93 signatures on
Yeah.
my petition. The Democrat needed 150. The Republican needed 89. The Democrat needed 150.
Hmm.
I got over 400 signatures of residents that lived in Binghamton, even though a lot of residents were registered in Endicott and the surrounding areas like Johnson City and Kirkwood. Their physical address was Binghamton. So I still have those people who were registered in other places. Then I'm gonna go back and re-register them. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna re-register them.
You gonna go loop back around?
Yeah, I got to loop back around and re-register those people. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I got over 400 signatures of residents. Personally, I did that. I went around with my petition.
Yeah.
How you doing? My name's Ken Butler. This is what I want to do for the city. Tell me what you want me to do. They tell me what they want me to do, and then I say, "Can I have your permission to run for mayor?" Then
Yeah.
they sign my petition. So I spoke to people. I spoke to this 86-year-old woman named Mary that lived in the first ward.
Hmm.
She told me about the Graham dynasty, the Burns dynasty.
Oh, around here.
Uh, yeah, the mayors, the former mayors, because
Uh-huh.
the that's what they're running from. Joe Burns, the Democratic candidate, is running because his father was mayor.
Yeah.
Jared Cram is running also and using his father's name, Jeffrey Cram, which is also the name that's on our library where I
Yeah.
met you at.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Right. I noticed there's a look. This is a free form platform. Indigo's opinions and facts aren't necessarily the facts represented by Apex Radio Show. But like, I always have to give the disclaimer. I noticed there was a Columbus. What's it called? Right when you walk in, I don't know. I don't know if I just never noticed it before. If I'm coming back with fresh eyes, but I was like, not in this day and age when statues are coming down. I think it's like a not a, it's not a statue, it's like a plaque or something, the Columbus or something like that. I was like, in Binghamton, in Binghamton, library,
We
like,
you want to know something? We had the Juneteenth flag raising ceremony.
uh-huh.
See, things like that. The community events that I've been to, I haven't seen not one candidate there.
Yeah.
Um, from the Pride raising flag, uh, Juneteenth raising flag. Um,
Because they don't want to make a statement. They don't want to stand for nothing because then if you stand for something too much, like then it's like they don't want to be pinned down with
but and see, the thing is, like I've even personally invited Jared Craham to one of the events. We had it was Black August event. I think it was probably August 15th. It was on a Saturday. It was a Black August event where I was Ken Butler Rainmaker for True Farm, and I was doing Narcan training, and it was Citizens Actions and Just was there also, and they were doing all sorts of other training, and it was like social distancing, and it was at Rec Park. I told
yeah,
him, I said, listen, I said, you know what, Jared? I said, me being an independent and me being a person that's not a politician, I'm willing to work with anybody that's gonna, that's out for the betterment of the community. So
hmm
I said, you know what? If you wanna distinguish yourself, because right now everybody knows you. You're a carbon copy of the current mayor.
yeah,
I told him this to his face,
yeah,
you know, and I said, listen, I invite you to come to the Black August event. He didn't show up. He didn't show up. And if he would have came, he could have came, and it would have been a good event because I would have been like, I would even took a picture of him, like, look who showed up. You
right,
know, like,
right.
oh wow, he even showed up here. You
Collaborate.
know,
Yeah, you need everybody at the table. You need everybody. Everybody that's willing to
I
work.
uh I the first cleanup event that he had his cleanup event on the south side, on Vestal Avenue near the church.
Yeah,
And that first cleanup event that he had, I came with my Ken Butler for Mayor shirt on. I was gonna show because my thing is this: I'm not a politician. So
hmm
if he's gonna run for mayor, I'm gonna and he's cleaning up Binghamton. I'm gonna come and help clean up Binghamton with them and show
yeah,
support.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna support the Republican that's running against me, you
Right.
know,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be there to promote myself as well as help clean up.
yeah.
He shooed me away. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
He shooed me away.
no. I
Uh,
can't believe it. Sit, be
Ken,
still.
this is my
He wouldn't take.
campaign
He could.
event,
He could use the extra hands.
and I was the darkest person there.
Oh, terrible, terrible. Photo
Yeah,
out. Terrible photo
and
out.
I'm like, you know, I I after that, I went to another event, that he wasn't even at, and it was just a bunch of events that day, but I made sure that I tried to get to his, and then later on that day, it was the Black Children's Lives Matter protest at Rec Park.
hmm
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went to
Are you
his
going to the
event.
Black Joy event tomorrow
Yes,
at Rec Park?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll see you there. I'll see you there.
I was personally invited by keeping it real.
Oh, nice. I just found out about it at the bookstore at the Bundy Museum. I went and explored. Plenty of research. Just wonderful. Just a wonderful time to be there.
You need to follow my page then, and you need to like
I do follow your page.
we need to collab more often then, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of events that's going on in this coming week, and I'm trying to hit up every one of them.
Right.
Tomorrow, I'm not gonna wear no suit and tie. Tomorrow, I'm gonna wear my Ken Butler for Mayor shirt. I'm
Yeah.
gonna come relax, probably in some shorts, and I'm gonna bring the family
You're
too. I'm gonna bring
personified.
my kids.
Huh?
I'm gonna bring my kids tomorrow.
Oh, of course. I mean, how can there be Black Joy without the kids?
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to go because my daughters, they know everybody,
Yeah.
and kids nowadays. 5 years ago, I could take a picture with them, and they're like, come, let's take a picture.
Right.
Now it's like,
Oh gosh, that's honestly look, and let me be real old real quick because people like I know when I ask people how old I am, they be like, oh, mid-20s, like ha ha ha, defying,
I
oh
got that a
anyway.
lot. I get that a lot. Like, what?
Right? Oh, young in the face,
You're
I'll take it, but just don't disrespect me off no ageism.
right. I mean, I got called my age the other day. I was like, wow, you got it on the mark.
It's
I
like
was
you should
like,
go play the numbers.
I was like, really? Like,
Oh
so
crap.
earlier today, an older gentleman was like, uh, hand me that, young man. And I'm like, oh, young man, why, thank you. And
Yeah.
then about 20 minutes later, this lady was like, excuse me, sir. And I'm
Mhm.
like,
It's all about respect. Wait, how old are you?
I am 46 years old.
You're 46. You ever tell
No.
me that? See, it's wonderful. I was telling people I can't wait to be 40 and just like stunting on them.
Yeah, I mean, I get it a lot that, I don't look my age, but that's another thing too.
Mhm.
They say black don't crack.
Yeah.
But even though I'm 46, I don't want to wait to
You
run
have a non-believer
again.
in the crowd.
Yeah, man.
He has to be old
46.
enough to run for president. Okay, so two things. One question I did have, and I don't know, Miss Ashe. She did say tell me she was running a little bit late. So but yeah. So two things. The one might be a little bit more involved. Let me see. Should I ask it first? Okay. So legislatively, right? Like
Mhm.
there's these social experiential approaches, like you've experienced certain things, you have like a social intelligence or awareness and stuff to make you want to actually have an impact and everything, and then you got yourself acclimated on a ballot on your own merit, as an independent, and you've gone through the process, so for a lot of people outside of going through the process, I do feel like there's like this general enigma that's politics, like a politician's just a politician, they do those things, but like when we're talking about like um actually like becoming the mayor and having the power to impact these things, like what would your legislative approach be, like, you know what I'm saying, like how does that translate, what I'm saying, from the social action to actually being able to put pen to paper?
Now, see,
Does that make sense?
that's why. See, the thing is, I named my party the People's Party. That's
Hmm.
because I want the people to tell me what you want me to do. I won't. I won't put anything over the people's head. So,
Yeah.
like for instance, if I say, "Hey guys, I want to give us citywide broadband. What do you think?"
Right.
I'm not gonna just uh, go out on a limb and say, I'm giving us citywide broadband. I'm
Right.
gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. And I want the people's input. So anything that I'm gonna do legislative is gonna have to go through the people first, and then I'm gonna put it on the table for the city council to vote on.
Right.
Let's say two members say nay. One is on the west side and one is on First Ward. Then
Hmm.
the people will know that the mayor put this on the table because the people wanted this.
Right.
And then even if it passes, even if what I put through on the table passes, the people will know that these two council members, or this one council member, or these three council members said no, and
Hmm.
they're gonna replace those people
Hmm.
because they will know that that's, hey, we want a mental health facility. I'm gonna put a mental health facility up on Robinson because people want me to, and then oh, hold on. Sorry, my battery's low. It just closed the thing. Yeah, so
Okay.
like that. So like if you know, I wouldn't even say I'm gonna put it there on Robinson. I say, hey, these are some sites. Where do you think we should put it? And then I'll have I'll probably like have a survey and then have the community input. So anything that I do is gonna have community input regardless, and then it's gonna be put towards the council, the city council for them to vote on.
Okay. Okay, cool, cool. And I feel like maybe the word I was using civil community, or I was using civil something in the beginning of the, like, I do a little intro in the show and everything. Um so with the is a class that teaches you about like your local politics and everything like that. Is that civil civics, right?
It's civics, yeah. But
Yeah. Honestly, that needs to be
I never took
reintroduced.
civics.
Yeah, me neither. Like there's a gap between, like, that's what I'm saying. Like when I like I'm an integrative communicator. I always like to think like what's the common denominator for the most amount of people to kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? Can't
Yeah,
get everybody. That's just the nature. But like how can we just simplify it? Because there's so many minefields. People get so triggered and stuff like that by so many different things. But then it's just like with civics, it's like, like you didn't take the class, I didn't take the class. So it's like you literally have to be, personally motivated to seek out this information and educate yourself. So I do
yeah,
feel
and then yeah, because the thing like this is like in 2017, I didn't even know that I had to have a petition, an actual petition. I
yeah.
went to the board of elections and it was like, oh yeah, you have to get signatures. You have to get enough signatures. So then I'm like, okay. So you know what I did? I started getting signatures on a composition notebook.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Do
I
that?
didn't.
So they don't have no preferred format or anything?
They was like, oh, go online and check this out. So
Yeah.
then I downloaded the How to Run book, and
Mm-hmm.
then there was like, oh well, you got to download the petition or print the petition. So I
Yeah.
printed the petition out, and now I'm going around getting the petition signed. I had to go back and get the same people that I had sign my composition notebook. I
Uh-huh.
had to go back and get them to sign a petition, and then
Okay.
it's like the board of elections. It's
So
like
you had to do it like twice, basically?
in 2017, yeah,
Wow.
I
Wow.
had to, because they wasn't giving you that much information. They give you enough,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and then you'll be questioning more. You'll just be wanting more information. You'll be needing more information. They'll give you just what you need for now. And
Right.
if you don't have the right questions, they're not gonna, give you the answers to anything. They're not gonna explain it in step by steps by step by step. So this was like a trial and error thing for me in 2017. So
Yeah.
being that I didn't get enough signatures, I didn't say, well, let me run as a write-in. I was like, you know what? Let me back the Democratic candidate. And it was like I kind of felt discouraged a little bit because it was during a book bag giveaway
Hmm.
in Cheryl Lindsay Park, right? And I'm there getting signatures, on my petition. The candidate for mayor, Rich David, was there. He was
Hmm.
running again to get reelected. Tariq Abdulism was running, uh, and he was a Democratic candidate. And
Yeah.
I was approached by I was approached by at the time he was the head of the NAACP in Broome County. He comes up to me and he says to me, you know, if you do get on a ballot, don't you think that you would be taking away votes from Tarek? And it kind of like hurt me
Hmm.
as a I'm an older black man, and this is a younger black man
Mommy, I bite.
who is like, you know, to not have the support from the NAACP,
Yeah. Yeah.
and for him to like to back to me. Oh
It's about to die. Oh no. He did the head scratch. Okay, so I think the battery did just die for those listening on the podcast and stuff like that. Hopefully he does log back in and everything. Um, We're still waiting for Miss Ashe. Okay, looks like okay, 24 minutes. Okay, looks like she's maybe not gonna be able to make it. Right, I don't think she'll be able to make it. Doesn't look like it. But yeah. So there you have it. We had Mr. Ken Butler. I'm not sure if he jumps back on. We'll welcome him back in. Let him say his last closing statements and everything like that. You guys digging the shirt? Highest point of your week, Apex Radio Show. Let us know if you're digging the threads. Homegirl got her swaggy back on and everything, and the locks. I'm being like the trees, and I'm shedding my leaves, baby, because we about this new expansion energy. We gotta make space for what's coming in and everything like that. Definitely make sure you follow Apex Radio Show at Apex Radio Show. Okay. And definitely follow your girl, Indigo, at Indigo D Sunni. That's Indigo DISUNNI. All right. And we'll be okay. He came back. All right. We got him. We got him. So he came back. So we're going to let him do his juice and everything. All right. We
I
got
am
you back.
so sorry about that. Sorry, battery cut off.
It's okay.
The
Hey,
battery of my
I've
laptop.
I've
I had to
cut off
go.
I've cut off of my own show, and I'm gonna wait around for me to come back in. But
Ask what question? I didn't see
uh
the comment.
oh yeah, okay. All right, so you're able to see them on your side, the questions, because I never knew that.
Yeah, love you, Peanut.
Oh, ha ha. That's my cousin. That's my cousin, Chantal Peanut. And then this one, Apex Radio Show. Ask him that question. Kids, Ken, don't leave. This is the last question for you. Okay. All right. X Man Hero. I don't know if he's the feds or not. Let me see. He said, "Don't leave. I feel bad. Charge this so the battery won't be low." Okay. And then
If someone be mean to you, what experience do you think make you a better person? That someone is arguing with you.
think makes you a better person than someone is arguing with you.
Well, I have thick skin and an elastic heart. So when a person is mean to me, you know, I don't argue back. I tend to just listen to the person's frustration, and I I let them, vent and let them argue with themselves, because you 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 don't want to engage in things like that. I've had I, you know I've been a commander for a squadron of 35 cadets in high school in Civil Air Patrol. It was times where I had to make guys three times as big as me, because I'm 5'6.5", 130 pounds. And I've had to make guys bigger than me drop and give me 20 push-ups. I've dealt with attitudes. I've dealt with people cursing me out. I was a debt collector, that I had to just,
You was a debt collector out of
yeah, I
everything.
was a debt collector. So I had to be on the phone talking nice to people who were actually
Terrible.
cursing me out. You
Work.
know, eh, I don't take anything people say to heart. Maybe that person is having a bad day today, so I you know I I'll be a pincushion. I'll, I'll
Let
be
me
a punching
be your
bag if you
hero,
need me.
baby. You could take away. Oh yeah. Stand like this forever. Then you who's that? Who's that? Not Antonio. What's his name? What is his name? Jennifer Lopez
um,
was with him. Eight,
uh,
dang, dang. My mom
not-
had a crush on him too.
oh, uh,
No, is it Enrique Iglesias? Let me be a hero, baby. Is that Enrique? I felt like it was the other guy.
Ricky Martin.
I think
It
it's
wasn't Ricky Martin.
I don't think it's Ricky Martin. That's
No,
that's
no, no. Ricky Martin. No, Ricky
that's
Martin
living
didn't
La
date
Vida
J Lo.
Loca.
Yeah, it is Enrique Iglesias
Yeah,
Jr.
living La Vida Loca. OMG. Oh yeah, my cousin, she said yes. I think we got it right. Enrique Iglesias, right? Let me be your hero, baby. But that's I mean, but that's good. That's what we need these days. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I find it refreshing. For this platform, like we support independent artists and entrepreneurs, creative and artistic and everything. But then also too, like my personal passion as a trained journalist is community stories and the actual stories because I don't like that slimmed down highlight real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the honor is in the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Even with the question he was asking, does it grow you to be challenged by someone? No, it grows you to overcome that challenge within yourself. Of what this person is bringing to you. Like and yeah, and I just I look forward to seeing your campaign progress and everything like that. I guess we'll be seeing each other at the
Thank you.
Black Joy event.
Definitely tomorrow. Definitely, I'll be there. I have
Yeah.
I have a oh jeez. I got 10 o'clock. I gotta meet some people at the library tomorrow
Hmm.
at 10 o'clock. There's I gotta meet uh Rick Rick Sprout from the Green Party. He's having some kind of it's a housing protest going on down there,
Hmm.
and he told me that I should just come by. You know,
Yeah.
so that's a thing tomorrow, and then tomorrow on Prospect over here on Prospect Street, there's a church over here that's having a community event tomorrow at 11 to 3.
Okay.
But I'm going to the 10 o'clock one, then the one at the church, and then I'm gonna be at the Black Love and Joy festival tomorrow. So yeah,
All right, like more towards the evening then, because I was thinking about going early and getting it.
I'm you know I want to be there all day because I it's community. I want to
Right.
celebrate the community. I want to have fun with the community, and I want people to just know that I'm still here and I'm still running as a write-in.
Right. Okay. So, and then that brings me back to like, tell people where they can follow you and then also remind them about, early voting and the ballot and, how to do that.
Yes, see this right here, Ken Butler. I'm running as a write-in candidate. Now, I have a Facebook page, Ken Butler for Mayor. You can also find me on my personal page, Ken Butler. And I also have an Instagram that says Vote for Ken Butler.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Nice.
you know, um, I have a Twitter too, but I really don't use the Twitter too much.
Yeah.
But basically, the campaign right now is social media, word of mouth, and visual. I have my face on stores across the town, like on the Muslim stores that we have out here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do put lawn signs on people's lawns, so I have lawn signs. I have about 15 lawn signs left. And so if you want a lawn sign, you can PM me on Ken Butler for Mayor. Also, early voting starts October 23rd to Halloween, and then the general election is November 2nd. But you can also request absentee ballots, so you can vote early. You can write my name in. Easy name to write in, Ken Butler, KenButler. Listen, 9 letters for a better 10 letters. That's Ken Butler for a better Binghamton, and together we can make Binghamton a better place for all.
Woo! It starts with your civil community, with your local civil community, and then that's how
Right.
we change the world. We start with the families, and then we go to community, and then we yeah.
That's right. So I got it. Or
Huh?
one thing, if anybody needs me, you just be yourself, follow your dreams. I sure will.
Who is this? Is this the thing? Okay,
X
yeah.
Men.
So for those listening on the podcast, X Man Hero gets the VIP audience member awards tonight because he's been here since like the beginning. So he says, and Ken, one thing for you, if anybody's mean to you, just be yourself and follow your dreams and make people happy and show support and follow Apex Radio Show on Twitch. She's doing nice things and let's show her support and makes the world happy and be who you are and be who you want to be. And I love you with all my heart and you too, Apex. I love this community. So shout out to X Man Hero because he's been he's been super supportive this episode. Wait,
Shout
oh,
out,
he says he's in New York. He says he's in New York. That's what he says. He's in New York.
shout out to New York. New
Yeah.
York is the best state.
New York. I've been a lot of places, but none ever compares to New York.
If you can make it
Oh,
here, you can make it anywhere.
amen. Okay. Oh, the
Right.
last one. Okay, I know we done did your Jews, but I did want to because you did tell me that one story about how you even got around to like because you were running for president, right? Can you give that little tidbit about like how you switched your focus to mayor of Binghamton? Like I think that
Oh,
was a good story.
okay. Well, the thing was, you know, when 45 had won, I'm not gonna say his name, but when 45 had won the election, me being from New York City, from the Bronx, I felt like, well, he's from New York too, so let's give him a chance. I even put that on Facebook. Let's give him a chance. And within like 2 hours, I had to take that post down because he tweeted something, you know, and right then and there, I was like, you know what? He's at the top, technically at the top of, the totem pole,
Hmm.
rich, white, well off, didn't struggle for anything out of his life. And I'm from the bottom. I'm from the Bronx. I'm black. I'm not poor, but I'm lower middle class. And, I struggled most of my life. So I'm like the polar opposite
Right.
of, of 45. So I figured if he can do it, so can I,
You're right.
you know?
Even
And
playing field.
so I, all during 2016, I was attacking him on Twitter. You know, I'm coming for you in 2020. Ken Butler for president. Vote for Batman. I'm just like you. Because I felt like this. If you ever been denied food stamps, I'm just like you. Have you ever applied for food stamps? I'm just like you. Have you ever got a parking ticket? I'm just like you. Have you ever got a misdemeanor? I'm just like you. Have you ever worried about paying your rent, buying food, or paying your electric bills? I'm just like you. So there's nothing special about me, but which makes me special because I'm just like you.
Mhm. Wow.
And you know, I was attacking this man all up until the time where we had our first women's march because, that's when he was inaugurated. And the day after, it was women's marches all across America. We had one in Binghamton.
Right.
It was me and my daughters there at the march. We made a sign. We made a nice pink sign because, pink was the color. They had the pink hats and everything. So we made a pink sign. And it said on the sign, Ken Butler for president 2020. Women's rights is human rights. And, I'm campaigning, Ken Butler for president, Ken Butler for president. And I told him everything, basically everything that I said that's on this card,
Right.
everything that I said that's on this card, which is the affordable houses, mental health, opioids, free Wi-Fi. It was these three older white women from Owego. It's strange because it's like at the time my daughter was my photojournalist and she was my campaign manager. So she was 11 years old
Right.
and she was taking
The
pictures
photojournalist and campaign manager, right?
and
The one that
campaign
got
manager.
fired.
My 11-year-old.
Yeah, right. You gotta start them young.
Uh,
Apparently they're tax write-offs.
right, yeah, child labor.
Look, don't quote me. I'm no one's expert. I'm just saying, go do your research.
So, so at the time when I'm telling these women, these three older white women from Owego,
Yeah.
the things that I want to do for America. The lady is pointing at the picture. She's like this. She's like,
Dramatic.
why don't you fix your city? And she's like this. And I'm holding a sign like this. and I got the sign in my hand, and I'm like, and in the picture, sorry about that. In the picture, you'll see like um I'm gonna find the picture right now. In the
Okay.
picture, you'll see, you know, the look on my face,
Yeah.
the light. You can
Oh,
literally
actually, the
see
picture.
the
Oh,
light
she
bulb.
captured the picture. She did. She had a MJ moment.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, you can see above the. Wait a minute, let me see. Mobile phone. Here we go. Yeah, you can see it. Like I'm standing there like this, and I'm like, and then
Like,
as soon as I did like
oh,
that,
it was
my
epiphany.
daughter said, "Click in
Yeah.
the picture," and I'm like, why don't I fix my
And that's how
city?
it
My
starts.
city needs me, you
Right.
know. And then me being the Batman of Binghamton,
Yeah.
I figured I would use that local celebrity
Hmm.
because, like I said, I was going around, the
Just bringing joy.
elementary
Bringing joy
schools.
to the hearts of
Batman,
children.
Batman. So the kids knew me, the parents knew me.
Right.
So it's like I figured, I'm gonna do that. And that's when I decided to run for mayor in 2017. Like literally that evening of the Women's March, that same
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And I started doing research and I was looking into who was running, and it was like a college student that was a BU college student that dropped out.
Yeah.
Then it was a Democrat that was running, and he was being harassed by the Republicans out here. He was getting death threats,
Right.
and somebody threw a water bottle at him while he was holding his child, his like infant. You
Wow.
know, and so I figured, I'm from the Bronx, so
So
like
I figure I'm from the Bronx.
I'm from the,
No
I'm
one
from,
gets through this
like,
impenetrable.
somebody gonna throw those water bottles at me.
Who else
So
is from New York? You can only do that when you're from New York. You don't even have to
yeah,
be from the Bronx. It's just that swag is like, wait, hold up, I'm from New York. Like I
hold
don't
on,
do certain
like
things.
like so I figured, I would contact the Republican, I mean the Democrats, because they already had the Republican running, and it was Jason Gunnar that was running. I mean, on my Facebook mayor page, I don't even know if you can see it, but on my Facebook mayor page, you can see this
That's
is
the
during
picture.
the Women's March.
Where's the picture with your epiphany?
But you see the sign, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got that picture right here.
Okay. Oh,
That's
FYI,
it right here.
is that what it? And pointed at it. Wow. Wow.
And then my mouth
They
is, I
always,
don't know
they
if you can
always
see it,
come in
like,
threes, don't they? Epiphanies. They always come in threes.
I don't know if you can see it too well,
Yeah, I
but
can see it. I mean, if I can, then that means that
there we
everybody else
go.
is able
I'm
to.
watching the game.
You can see
Wow.
my mouth open, and I got my Batman shades on.
Wow.
So
Batman.
my mouth was open, and I was oh. And then, of course, you can see me and my youngest daughter, Karma.
Yeah.
No, that's Madison. And I got the
Oh, I see the
Batman
glasses.
shades
I see
on.
the glasses. See, too cool for school.
So
She said, "Why don't you fix your own town?"
exactly.
What?
She
So funny.
and then the look on their faces when they were saying it was like priceless, because it's like
Yeah,
wow, why didn't I think of that? Let me
yeah.
see.
And that's why you need. That's why you need conversation. You know what I'm saying? You need people that's open minded enough. Like it doesn't matter the information. If you're not receptive, you're not open minded to it. You're gonna be triggered and feel some type of way. You're never gonna get nowhere.
And that's exactly what those women said. They were saying like, you got a lot of great ideas, and uh you need to apply that to the city. Everything you're saying, the city needs. You
Yeah.
know, even when I was talking with these women then, right, we was talking about quality of life issues.
Mhm.
You know, this is 2017. This is a march right there near City Hall.
Right.
All of those people, almost 1,000 plus people there, and there's no public restrooms.
Yeah.
There's no,
Right. It's just poor. It's poor man. It's poor planning. Like
yeah,
I don't have too much patience for poor
and
planning.
and I'm not talking about like porta potties. I'm
Yeah.
talking about a public restroom, garbage cans, way
Mm,
of life, quality of life issues that we have. Like people are waiting at the bus stop and it starts raining.
yeah.
They're at the bus stop at a pole.
And it's raining.
Why why don't we build shelters?
Right.
So they can be out of the, there's some now along Main Street, but what about the other side blocks and things like that? It's a lot of quality of life issues that we need. Garbage cans. Um, we need we need speed bumps. I want to put speed bumps in our back
Dog parks.
blocks.
We need more dog parks. I would never think I would say that after coming from DC, like that we'd ever need. But yeah, around here we need some dog parks. People
I
got
never thought
dogs.
I never thought I'd say that, being a cat lover that turned into a dog lover, moved out here.
Need
I
dog
never did.
parks.
Yeah, for real.
It's a standard. It's definitely
I
a
I
standard.
gotta get off. I gotta get off because the missus gotta go to work. I gotta take her to work.
Yeah, no worries. Perfect timing. Thanks. So I guess Ashe, she just wasn't able to make it and stuff like that. So you got all the prime time, man. And
No problem.
I thank you for your time. Definitely thank you for your civil service.
Thank you very
Um,
much.
and yeah, an Apex Radio Show. We're always open for collaboration, and we love community. Building and stories and stuff like that. So now that you've made it here. Your family. It's like Olive
Thank
Garden
you.
here. ask about us.
I'm making my point to pop up anytime.
There we go. And next time it should hopefully it'll be in person. Like I am happy about the virtual option because
Yeah.
sometimes it just is what it is. But in person definitely would be the ultimate goal, just to get the vibes and stuff like
I
that.
mean, I was watching like late night comedy talk shows and they was doing Zoom interviews with people. So this
It's more.
is
I
not,
mean, I'm just swimming with the titans.
yeah.
I'm just doing what the leaders are doing. That's follow the not doing nothing, no more, no less than anybody else.
Right, right.
Go
Well,
figure, little old me.
I'm definitely gonna see you tomorrow. All right.
All right. Have a
Enjoy
good
the rest
night.
of the day. And listen, before we go, I love your earrings.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
really love your
My
earrings.
brother actually said it too. And X-Man Hero says take care. So
Hey,
definitely thank you so much. Definitely not the last time we'll see you. And yep, we'll be seeing you later. Have a good
thank
night.
you. Have a good night. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Pack you away, you poopy head.
All right. Well, you heard it from the source. Talk to you later, poopy head. Definitely. So, we Apex Radio Show will definitely be in the house at the Black Joy event. Just to reiterate, we're currently recording and broadcasting from the if you haven't guessed yet, the Binghamton, upstate New York area and everything. So, we'll be in the house at the Black Joy event. Just happy. I mean, like, it's just wonderful. Like, we're gonna be wrapping up the show now, but like, just again, just the expansion, just the juxtaposition, between where you started and where you're going. Back to basics, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, yeah, like getting in where you fit in, putting yourself out there, getting to work. That's why I named this episode "Get to Work," because that's just what we're all being asked to do: pitch in, get to work. Put our egos aside, put our differences aside, and really just like see what we can bring to the table. Value added, solution minded, like all of this stuff. Other than that, you're a problem or a part of the problem, or because you're not trying to help, you're just as bad as the problem. So without further ado, we're gonna sign off and everything like that. Definitely shout out to X-Man Hero, the participant of the hour. All right, free. Yes, should be pastors. All right, you know what I'm saying. We all gotta start our ministry in our own way. You feel me? Definitely appreciate you. Good to know you're in New York as well. And we love you too, man. Love is expansive. Love is never ending. And you can never give it out enough. So definitely tune in. We're live and broadcasting every Friday. Eastern. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And definitely follow us at Apex Radio Show. And also follow me, your girl, Indigo Sunny at Indigo D Sunny. All right, so tuning off and loving everybody, signing off energetically. See you guys next week. Oh yes, and thank you so much to Ken Butler. You always gotta like. So thank you so much for your time and and again for your civil service and everything like that. So, and thanks to Ashe Tarot, y'all know we're gonna have her back, and everything to get the energy update and everything like that. So again, there we go. Sign off energetically for the last time.